Yo, what's up, Jay? Yo, Jay, you there? Okay, okay. Welcome, welcome. Voice should be heard. Testing, testing. Mic. Oh, that makes sense. Mic levels are good. Cam cover. That should be dope. Okay, let's get started. Um, we're gonna talk about the main topic, but first, let's break some news. And we're gonna go to Metacritic, and then we're also gonna go to GameIndustry.biz. So we did have a split on Life is Strange True Colors, which I do want to pick up, and Tales of Arise, which I also want to pick up. Um, I'll be talking to Jabari today, and I'll also be talking to Persona today to see if they had any copyright problems while posting gameplay. So, what we have right now, Deathloop got its reviews this morning. It topped off at a 90 on Metacritic. It is now sitting at an 88 on Metacritic. So that was the highest it was ever at. This is kind of where it's sitting at now after 66 different reviews. The PS5 version is the one with the most reviews. The game is also going to be on PC day and date. This is a PS5 and PC day and date game. Um, some people call it a PlayStation console timed exclusive. There are so many different terminologies now that uh, we're not in a place over here in the PlayStation community where we have a lot of true exclusives. So now we have these subtitles. So this game is a PS5 timed console exclusive, right? So the game is also on PC day and date, and then next year, on Tuesday, next year on September 14th, the game will be available on other platforms such as Xbox and maybe in next generation of a Switch or something like that. So that's why it's a timed exclusive. The reason why people might call it a console timed exclusive is because the only console you can get the game on is the PS5. It's not a PlayStation console timed exclusive because it's not available on PS4. Now, if the game was available on PS5 and PS4, it will be a PlayStation exclusive. If it was also available on day and date on PC, like Kenna is, you would call it a PlayStation console timed exclusive, meaning that the only place you can play that game is on the PS4 and PS5, which are two separate platforms, and it's a timed exclusive, but it's also available on PC. So again, I don't like it because every time you talk about a game, you would have to put subtitles. This is something we got on Xbox fans about and teasing them, saying that hey, when you have to do subtitles, that game is no longer a real exclusive, or you can't even use the term exclusive at all. But I'm just letting you guys know how it is for us right now. Now you got Returnal, that's only on PS5. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, only on PS5. Shit like that. Spider-Man 2, Wolverine, only on PS5. I think that's it. God of War will be a PS5, PlayStation exclusive, meaning it's on PS4 and PS5. Gran Turismo 7, same thing, PS4, PS5. Because you can't leave 115 million people behind. So let's anybody on the PC side here want to talk? If you don't want to talk, don't worry. Uh, but if you have something that you want to contribute, let me know. I see Spartans in here and I see Sam's in here. Can't hear them, so I'm guessing they're not talking yet. So yeah, let me get the link for Deathloop. This will take you to the Metacritic page for anybody that wanted additional information. We'll put it up on screen in a little bit, but I just want to make sure everybody has that info. I'll be putting it in a red alert because it is pretty important. Now, just speaking on Deathloop, I don't own the game. I'll be logging into Sam's account probably today to get access to the game, see if it works. Um, because last time I logged into Sam's account, they had logged me out as soon as I turned the system off, so I don't know. And then I didn't have access to certain games. That might be because he's not a part of the software system beta, and I am. So I don't know how that shit works.
I was just gonna ask you about that. You think that's it?
I think that might be it, but we can try again if you're available right now. You can.
Yeah, just let me know.
Yeah, let's do it right now. Cause at least if I can pre-download it, I just have it. But they might just kick me out again. So, okay, I'm ready. I'm gonna just
I can still play your stuff, no problem.
switch user. Should I just log out and just make a new account? Is that what it is?
I mean, if it's already on there, why would you make it again?
No, because I when I did, I switched to an account. It's not there. I checked. It's not there. It's like there's only me. I don't know why.
So you gotta add me.
Good morning, J-Tag. Good morning, Buffalo.
Good morning,
Up,
Spartan.
Spartan.
How you doing?
Bro, I missed the podcast yesterday, bro. I was fucked up. Bro. My bad. Alright, Jay, so what happened was I went out Saturday from 7 p.m.
Sam, you can give me all your login info. I'll sign in.
Yeah, and I didn't get home till like 3. I went to sleep, went to work. I was tired as fuck yesterday. So also when the podcast went live, I did enjoy. I was at work too. I was tired. When you had started, I had just finished doing breaks for people, and I went on it. I was like, I need to take a nap. And then I went to barbershop afterwards. So by the time you finished, I had finished. So I missed it. How was it?
It was good. I mean, we had some good discussion. I can't really remember everything, but I think our main coverage was for the show, and we went over a couple of information. Obviously, we weren't really happy.
PlayStation?
Yeah, the PlayStation showcase wasn't happy. I did mark it down to 33 minutes by the time Wolverine came on, but by the time we actually got real gameplay from a Sony first party title,
Was like,
that was at 34 minutes, and that was Gran Turismo.
in 17 seconds back.
So it was like I feel like they shouldn't have wasted our time. It doesn't really matter how much of the good shit we got. Sam felt the same way. Like we still had to suffer through that. Now, did we get a timed exclusive in there with Deathloop? Yes, but we didn't want to see it again. Did we get to see Project Eve? Did we get to see Forspoken gameplay? Yes, that was the highlight of the early part of the show. But we're really left with only two exciting announcements or exciting bits of gameplay in the beginning. But then you gotta wait through, like, the exciting shit and all the boring multiplats for 33 minutes until we get to Wolverine, and 34 minutes until we get the gameplay from Gran Turismo. That's when the shit starts heating up. I feel like they have to start having the PlayStation experience. If you gotta do your event in September, great. But you need to end the fucking year with a bang. You don't want to have to keep licking Jeff Keighley's hair or licking his feet or whatever you got to do to make a deal to make sure your game is announced at his event. Sony doesn't need E3, so they don't need Jeff Keighley. You need to have your own event at the end of the year. If he's gonna have his own event and he wants to partner with Xbox, and I feel like that was a slap in the face with PlayStation, and we see how PlayStation treated Jeff Keighley this year with announcements versus how they treated him last year with being the first person to have hands-on with the PS5 and show off some stuff, and then give it an announcement the year previous to that Insomniac had been acquired. So they definitely are not pleased that they were the people that allowed Microsoft to show off their next-gen console. So I would expect them to not go to their event again to show off any big titles.
What happened with Jeff Keighley?
You say what?
What happened with Jeff Keighley? I heard you say partner with Xbox. What?
Remember the Game Awards? They showed off the Xbox Series X. Yeah, I don't think PlayStation liked that.
They didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was really excited for that. Yeah, it was a big thing for that show. I think the funny thing is, out of everything that was shown at the Game Awards, that got the best reaction because of the new console. I don't think Sony like that, but actually, I don't think they really give a fuck at this point because even last year, he was still showing off shit, saying PlayStation Show and everything. Like he was still marketing the hell out of shit, especially when Death Stranding came back this year. He was one of the people who had marketed that shit because him and Kojima cool. I don't think Sony cares, but I do think they kept an eye on that. Like, wait a minute.
Well, I mean, I don't think they care, but they definitely didn't treat him as good. Yeah, because he got a lot of good access the previous year, hands-on with the PS5, shit like that. But I don't feel like he got that access anymore. One second, Spartan, 1 second. I'm getting to the tricky part of Sam's password. That part of the password just doesn't make sense to me. Damn it, Sam! This last part that you don't know if it's a 32 or 42. God, we gotta figure out what that is.
Nigga, 3 and a 4.
You said 32-0 or 42-0.
That's it, yeah.
Fuck! It's 42. It's 42, remember that. 1 second.
What you trying to do, log into his PS4?
Yeah, he has the...
How many PS5 for them?
Nah, he has the most complicated password in American history. For good reason, because nobody will be able to figure this dumbass shit out. So, props to Sam for making this shit very annoying. Okay.
That's security-wise. That's good, then.
That's the whole idea, baby.
Motherfucker. Okay, let me see. That is 42-0. Fuck! Hold on. Did I... Sam, I think something might be wrong. Let me see. B...
When you finish, I'll give you my thoughts, too.
Okay, no problem, man. Let me see.
Another guy says, PlayStation's a joke. And he's gone. Goodbye, another guy.
No, I wouldn't get rid of them.
I didn't get rid of them. Somebody else did.
Oh, somebody
else. No, don't get rid of them. There's freedom of speech,
So, again, I don't know if I'm doing this right, or you might have to give me the password because something doesn't seem right. It seems like it's a little too easier. So I guess
you got the email right.
It's Boca.
All right, say it louder.
With the N? Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay, I think I got that right. But let me go start this shit over. I'm just hoping I got most of this right. So.
No, don't hard the person. It's alright. Like they just have freedom of speech.
What? So what are they saying? Just read it out. Like.
The only thing they said was, "I for another guy, 12. He has an Xbox black logo. He said PlayStation joke on the retards play on PlayStation." And he just said, "Imagine buying a PS5, the worst console ever made." Bro, that's all opinions, bro. You don't gotta hide him for that.
Yeah, that's.
Because he's not saying no racist or predatory shit. Or like when he start doing that, hide them. Block every fucking account.
Okay, Sam, I got it. Let me get that code real quick. It was 32, bro. It wasn't 42. It was 32.
Change it to 92.
Yeah, don't do that, please. That shit was painful as shit. That's always the worst part of doing this, man. And I kind of wish they don't log me out. Okay.
I don't know why they do that to you. Your shit's always on mine.
I know. I think it's the update. I really think it's the update.
I was gonna get a PS5, bro. Like,
when are you getting one? This year?
Oh no, bro.
Don't do that. Oh, don't know. Because you gave me the excuse. I don't normally buy consoles day one because there's always problems. And I've been on my system.
That wasn't the only thing I said.
Well, all I'm going to say, I'm your witness that I've been on this shit since November 12th.
And I
have had no fucking problems. I'm good, bro.
That wasn't the only thing I said. And I said the last console I bought day one was the PS3.
So I'll put it this way. I guess you will get one by next year. It's not a hard task anymore. It's just,
it really is.
It's I guess you get one by next year. So
yeah, because if you like me, I got the PS4 I think March 8th, 2015. Okay. I think it was March 8th, yeah. So yeah, probably next year.
Okay, Sam. I don't know what's going on because they look. I'm looking. They're letting me only look at my account. So I'm about to go. What edition did you get of Deathloop?
The standard.
Okay.
PlayStation has always been trash since the PS3. You know, damn, Loki, I guess.
What if
Loki
I
seems
told you, Sam, that I don't see Deathloop on the game store and pre-orders?
And go to my collection.
What if I told you I didn't see it over there either?
Oh shit! What the fuck, Sam? What's going on?
I don't know.
It's not. It's
I
not
think he's
Sam.
exposing me.
It's not Sam. It doesn't exist.
Might have to wait till it releases.
That's tomorrow.
Yeah, less than 20 hours.
I'm seeing. I see it right here. I see you purchased the. I see you purchased it.
Oh shit! Bro.
Okay,
What up,
I'm downloading it now. I was just saying, man. I don't know why they made it so fucking hard to find it. I went to pre-orders and it wasn't there. I had to type it in to find that shit. I got it. I know how to fucking deal with a PlayStation. All these tutorials keep coming up.
You did it,
fucker.
Yo, what's up, man?
Shit, you got a wreck in this motherfucker.
Who's that?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's been a while since I've been in here.
Yeah, wreck in this
that's
motherfucker.
that wreck. Oh shit. That's
that
forever.
wreck.
God damn. You got all these legendary people coming back. I can confirm right now that for the interest of the PlayStation Legion, a big shout out to my boy, Son of Sam, Boca Loca, aka Cat Petter 97. We do have Deathloop. We will be playing Deathloop because of Sam. Thank you so much. I did not think this was gonna work. Let me show you guys right there. We got Deathloop. It is downloading. Is that real? Is that real? Is it 10 gigs?
I think so.
Why is it 10 gigs? It looks so.
No, that's the update. I think it's like 20 something.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me see. Yeah, it's about 28. That's still very low for the resolution that I saw in the trailer. I did watch the hype trailer today. AKA the launch trailer. Not gonna lie to you. That advertisement team probably needs a really good raise because they did a really good job just pushing this on everybody to the point that you didn't care about it, but now you do. So, yeah, they did good. So let's talk about Deathloop. Spartan, I'm gonna let you take this one away because I know you're gonna love this one. We're getting reports from Xbox fans that they are taking credit for the Metacritic score of Deathloop currently right now, claiming that it is a Microsoft exclusive, even though the game was in development far before the acquisition of Bethesda, aka Cinemax.
Okay.
Why would somebody do that?
I don't know, but I have a question for them. Do y'all have the PS5? Did y'all code and develop this game? Do you work at Bethesda? Because the last time I saw this launch trailer, it clearly says Bethesda Softworks. Even though Microsoft owns them now, then when you do a marketing deal, the person that's marketed it pays for it to get done. You can take no type of credit when Microsoft, Xbox, the fanboys, because y'all don't even buy your own games, so you can't take credit for a game that's on the PS5. Timed or not, you cannot do that because Sony funding the game, Sony's publishing the game. Even though it says Bethesda Softworks, which Microsoft owns, Sony is paying for that, not Microsoft. You could say, "Oh, Microsoft, yeah, even though they bought, they're giving them more resources." No. Sony is in control of that game. That game doesn't go nowhere or doesn't get, like right now, if it was coming out tomorrow and Sony said, "You know what? There's an error we caught, we're going to delay the game a week." It would be delayed a week. And Microsoft can't do nothing about it. That's fun. That's cute, though. I see the Metacritic score is, 88 now?
Yeah, it topped off at a 90. So
a 90,
that was the highest it went. and it's just sitting at a nice 88 right now. It doesn't look like it'll be moving because let me get this one.
That'll drop to 87 probably.
We got one. Hold on. That was PC. I was about to say we had one mixed review. Hold on. I'm going over to the. We got 5. Oh, goddamn. We got 5.
It's launch trailer.
Yeah,
definitely
5 mixed reviews, 5 mixed reviews, and 61 good reviews. The mixed reviews, as far as I'm seeing, actually, I think we should go over the mixed reviews to see if we see any pattern in the people that give these mixed reviews.
I'll see Borderlands influence in this game.
Oh, look at this one. Okay, we got Digital Trends. I've saw them before. I've saw Metro Game Central. They normally do this type of, hey, I don't like PlayStation. Let me see if I can give them the bare minimum. Gaming Vault is a new one. They gave it a 70. So we got 3 70s right now. Screen Rant, we already know. You guys know Screen Rant. Jeff Grubb works over there. Then we got Games Hero. Never heard of them. They gave it a 6 out of 10. So we
Never
got
heard of them?
Gamers Heroes.
Oh, I'm about to say, you never heard of them? That's Game Radar spinoff.
Okay, so Gamers Heroes, I never heard of them. They gave it a 6 out of 10, and then they got 4 7 out of 10s. I don't know anything about the game until I play it tomorrow. All the hype trailers, all the trailers. It's a first-person shooter with a twist. It has a loop to it, and obviously I played those types with Returnal too many fucking times. I'm so afraid to go back on Returnal because I don't want to fuck my controller up trying to go through a whole level and not finding what the fuck I find. I am gonna continue to announce that more and more gamers in our circle on Twitter are finding those glyphs, and because they are finding those glyphs, a good amount of them are getting their gold trophies, and a lot of them are on their way to getting a platinum for Returnal. So all I have to do is apply myself and dive back into that fucking game and try to find some glyphs. There's one area where I just need a recording. I will get that gold, and then after that, I go to the water area, and then all I'll be doing at that area is finding the glyphs, and then I will get the gold, which will pop the platinum. So I do need to apply myself. Let's hope that I can do that this year.
Jay, I also got something to say to you when you finish.
Okay. I think we're pretty much done, but I will go underlie. We're gonna go see what the top reviews. So, got a 10 out of 10 from Digital Chumps. It also got a 10 out of 10 Impulse Gamer. They got a 10 out of 10 from VG247. I got a 10 out of 10 from The Real IGN. They got a 10 out of 10 from NMVE. It got a 10 out of 10 out of Player 2. PlayStation Universe gave it a 10 out of 10. The Gamer. We have a problem with The Gamer all the time when it comes to PlayStation exclusives. They gave it a 10 out of 10. The 6 Axis gave it a 10 out of 10. VGC gave it a 10 out of 10. GameSpot gave it a 10 out of 10. IGN and GameSpot giving a game a 10 out of 10 on the same day is very, very rare.
But that's the game too, because they don't too like them. They usually the highest they give is 8 out of 10. So that's weird for me to see IGN give it I think either somebody's dollars at work or the game is actually pretty good. But what's the length of the game actually? That's what I want to know. How long is Deathloop?
So it got 11 10 out of 10s. I have no idea.
That's what I want to know, because IGN doesn't like long games. They like the shit action. Like they don't like the build up to games. They like the medias res games that jump you right into the action. They like that. So it might not be that long. But what I wanted to say to you is, Jay, is Arcane Studios is well loved by the media and I think every platform out there. Like Arcane Studios is a legendary studio under Bethesda. We all know that. But what I wanted to say to you is, have you noticed? That's weird that a Bethesda game of all games, right? I know Fallout 76 got marketed by Xbox, good. But isn't it a shame that a Microsoft first-party studio game has been marketed more by, because you said things you don't like about the show, right? A lot of people didn't like that Deathloop was shown again. And I think that's a good thing because not only was it shown in a showcase the day before launch, they did another trailer, and this trailer is better than every other one they did. Why is it that Sony was able to market an Xbox Studios game better than Microsoft has in the last 11 years?
Yeah, I don't know.
And I said 11 years. I said 11 years for a reason.
Because Sony is good at the advertisement. They really good at it.
This is not that
Compared to
game.
Microsoft.
Like, I think the last game Xbox really pushed a lot from their first party studio was Gears of War 4. Not 5, 4, because remember they was launching the Xbox One S, and they had, like, the red one for a year. And that was the last game. The last time they pushed the game fully was in 2010.
Mm-hmm.
There should be no reason why Sony was able to push Deathloop to the fact that people were saying, oh, this game was cool, never heard of it, until today. That's sarcasm, because they've been showing it nonstop. Mm-hmm. This game is going to do good for probably standards, like above Xbox standards when it comes to sales, probably. Especially since GTA was delayed out. Honestly, I think this game would do good. And Kenna, I think Deathloop is going to edge out Kenna now, Jay. I honestly think so.
We talking about popularity or review scores?
I think both.
I don't think so.
No. I'm
gonna tell you why. Because
today we gonna put this where we
you
need
can do
to put
that.
this. And
Yeah,
you got it. You
receipts.
said they gotta keep it. You gonna edge them out, right? So it's just
popularity wise, yeah.
Okay. You
it's launching now.
Be careful what you say. I thought you was talking about.
But I'm gonna. No. I think Kenna would be well received in Deathloop, but I think popularity and longevity wise, I think Deathloop, because of the type of game it is, will last longer. But I think Kenna right now, like at launch,
we gotta see, man.
So y'all think it'll break at 88?
Kenna? Yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
I think Kenna has a chance to break at 88. I think it has a chance to, but I don't know if it will. But we got, yeah.
Because that's how the game, the media like, oh, Deathloop, and plus it's Bethesda software. So
let me break the ice by diving into this one Easter egg I'm seeing here on N4G. Now I had saw this watching God of War probably for the 9th time this morning, and you remember how God of War in the demo, the original demo and introduction to the game, Kratos tells Atreus, we got to go hunt because I'm hungry. And they go hunt a deer. Well, in God of War Ragnarok, Atreus is coming into the cave where the pre gameplay that people saw behind the scenes where Kratos first started out in this realm, right? He started out in a cave. He was just coming from the Greek reality. He was going to North reality. He started out in the same cave, but in the gameplay reveal of God of War 2018, what we got was Kratos telling Atreus, hey, we gotta go hunt for a deer because I'm hungry. Atreus comes into the same cave with a deer on his back, a full-ass deer on his back, not needing Kratos at all. Like, I like that. Now, a lot of people don't talk about that your boy Atreus went out and got a deer by him fucking self. That's dope, man. That's that character progression that I like.
You think they're gonna play as Atreus in this game? Because a lot of people saying that I might take a Last of Us 2 route with Kratos die, because they did foreshadow that.
I want to say that I do believe that will happen by the end, but the amount of gameplay we saw when you are actually Kratos means that in this game, if they introduce that element, that will be towards the end of the game, like the original Last of Us, instead of The Last of Us Part 2, where, to the best of my knowledge, none of the gameplay that was shown was showing Joel in action. Literally, it was always Ellie.
Mm-hmm.
But see, Kratos is a different beast. He might be older, but he's a god.
Mm-hmm. He also said,
see, Joel is older, but he's a human, meaning he would not be able to deal with that type of journey that Ellie was on, going across country, fighting the military people. He would have been died. can't squeeze through those tighter spots and stuff. He probably would have been no match for a dog. He just wasn't fast enough. He was really getting older. Remember, he was already pretty old when he met Ellie, but he was much older. He was in retirement mode. You know, he wasn't as cautious because, you know, he found a town to relax in and stuff like that. He was more of a father. Now, if he would have had that push and somebody came to that town and killed Ellie, he might have had that drive to go halfway on that journey. But he ultimately he would have died anyway. There's no way that Joel would have finished The Last of Us 2 alive. He would have died. I mean, Ellie almost died when she went on that revenge run at the very end of the game. You know, she literally almost died when they strung her up. Anything could have happened. She could have died. So
another thing is, Jay, it kind of give a hint when they said this would be the last game in the Norse mythology. I give hints to being as Atreus at the end. I don't think Kratos is going to die, even though they foreshadowed it in the first game. They did reference it like about 6 different occasions. Mm-hmm. It was like Kratos saying, I need you to get better because I'm not always going to be here. And that's typical, like a father would say.
Exactly.
Like,
but there's like all of the gameplay that we saw, every scene. We can go look over it again. Every scene, Kratos was there. Now, I have remembered something from the live action. I mean, not the live action. I remember something from the showcase where my eye was catching on to Atreus in the background riding on a spiritual horse or whatever. And I watched the trailer today, and my eye didn't catch on to that. My eyes was only trained on Kratos and the combos he was doing. So
people noticed in the trailer. People noticed that I was watching the showcase.
Yeah. So from what I noticed is, it does really look like Kratos gonna be the driving force for this game. I think that nobody should worry about them taking the Last of Us Part 2 approach, because there's not a single scene where you're playing as Atreus. You see what I'm saying? But he is gonna be dealing more damage. He's gonna be able to do more things. We talk about Loki. Loki, the god of mischief, right? He can make illusions. He can do this and that. And if he's coming into his role by the end of the game where he is Loki, he's going to be pretty useful as far as distracting the enemies to have an opening for Kratos to do some damage. So I'm going to like the style of Atreus this time around, where it looks like you're going to have more enemies on screen, more powerful enemies, different types of enemies, flying, crawling, all types. I saw all types of fucking enemies in that trailer, and I love it, man. Like one person, if you're on Twitter now, so you saw that one Xbox fan that said the animations are the same for the boat. Well, why wouldn't they? The animations have to be the same because you're in the same realm. You're literally in the same area as part 1, and the animations were not exactly the same. They were much more better in Ragnarok than 2018. But you're in the same area. They were using a boat because they're in the same area. The game is going to start out in the same area where you left. You're just older. You know?
But they can't really say that because the animations are the same. Why would you fix something that's not broken? I mean, like, I don't hear y'all say the same shit with Gears 4 and 5. Actually, every Gears have the same animation. The jump roll animation behind cover. That's been there since Gears 1, every Gears, even Judgment. So you can't really talk like a hypocrite. Oh, it's the same. Why wouldn't it be the same? Halo was the same. You have played the beta. And what they did, they said they're going back to their roots. And their roots, it's the same thing from Halo Combat Evolved, Halo 2, 3, 4, Reach, ODST. Like, everything is the same. So they can't really speak on something being the same when they have the same formula of Halo, Gears, and Forza.
Exactly. Like we know, it's only bad when PlayStation does it. It's only bad when PlayStation does it. If PlayStation does it, it's bad. I don't know if you heard about one of the dudes from Digital Foundry was talking about Project Eve, saying it looks like a 2010.
Alex, but tell me this.
Alex. I'm like, I saw a lot of 2002 games. And none of them look like that. He's talking about the character model and animation.
I don't think he meant it like that. I think he meant like the style where the characters are sexy and all of that. I think he meant like that. Because he did say that. He was like the thing behind it.
Look at Nier Automata. She was very sexy at a point where you could they allowed you to look up her skirt or whatever to see her panties, or have her panties is all up her ass. And this game had came out well after 2002, so I don't know. I mean, he always does that shit where it's very disrespectful.
Okay.
That's the word. I was thinking about the word all morning. I was like, what is this word that I use when we see these cells? And it just came to me, a cell split. So did you see the cell split for Tales of Arise?
Yeah, 86% of it is on PlayStation across PS5 and 4.
PS5 has the most, which is
58.
So that's the majority of the share. PS4 has 28 pattern right there, and then we got 13% for Xbox and 1% for PC. I will always have evidence that PC fans will not support the gaming industry with their money. So I'm not going to fight anybody on that because I have way too much evidence on that. But long story short, this is just another reason why, if we're just talking about Xbox, the Japanese developers really need to abandon that ship. I don't think the situation is going to get any better as the generation goes on. But if they want to continue to waste their money and resources putting games on Xbox, they can do it. But their fans are not going to be buying their games. They're waiting for them to go to Game Pass. And this is why the sales are so low, because they're conditioned at this point to really just wait for a game to go to Game Pass or get announced for Game Pass. It is what it is.
I think they know that, Jay. I think that they use the extra money that Microsoft put for Game Pass to fund the next game. I think that's how they do. They know they're going to get sold PlayStation, but when you make the next game, if you got money left over from Microsoft, they're going to use that to make the next game.
Nick Cannon need to fucking stop. That can't be Nick Cannon, bro. Hold on, man. That can't be Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon got down on his one knee and kissed Ashanti's hand. That nigga already got a lot of kids, man. This is not related to gaming, by the way.
Bro, Ashanti, bro, that bitch.
I didn't even know that was Nick Cannon. Thought it was Wiz Khalifa. Yeah, that nigga grew his hair out, and he colored his hair red. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he changed his whole style. You know, he been dressing like a businessman for a while, so it's weird for this nigga to show up with a bulletproof vest.
Because now he's being more himself. He already solidified, so now he can do what he wants.
Oh, yeah, exactly. He need to stop. Don't he got like 5 kids?
Yeah, so what? What that mean?
That shit was crazy. I've been seeing some crazy shit. With the celebrities.
Get bitches, bro. Like,
no, but I'm just saying, like the Mitch and Match that I've seen in Hollywood. Due to, I think the major player here is the pandemic. It's just like certain people getting in contact with other people because of the pandemic, and we've been seeing a lot of crazy shit. Like John Mulaney, which is one of my favorite. He's one of my favorite comedians, and he just hooked up with Olivia Munn from G4 TV, which it was crazy because Olivia Munn was dating what's the dude name from the Green Bay Packers? Aaron Rodgers. Like a couple years ago. So we got some sad news. It's probably the most saddest news I've ever fucking dealt with. Spartan, I'm pretty sure you know what this is. The online servers for LittleBigPlanet 1 through 3, as well as the Vita version, will permanently be shut down. I don't know what happened. Something happened. I think they got hacked or something, or somebody did something, and now they say it should be shut down. It's being shut down permanently. I disagree with what you were about to say. That's a lot of data. That's a lot of memories.
What's that? Shutting?
Yeah. I feel like there's something else happening that they're not being public about. I understand that there's a lot of copyrighted content on all of those servers, and it might have been more of a so many cease and desist that they kind of fell under that weight and they did it. You could see the same situation with Dreams also. We dealt with that when Nintendo was trying to launch the Mario collection, and they went after Dreams to shut down a lot of Mario creation. So,
and they still do them. So check it out. This doesn't mean nothing.
They're still doing that. Shift Up CEO celebrated Project Eve at PlayStation Showcase by purchasing a PS5 for each of his 260 staff. Wow! Now that's how you support your people.
That's why you got money, bro.
260, bro. So they dedicated to that PS5. Oh yeah, okay. So a lot of people were saying, hey, that game's PC day and date. I don't know. They did not mention PC at all in the PlayStation blog. They were very clear what games were going to be available on PC, and that was not one that was, I read the blog again, that was not one that was clear. I've
noticed something too. Ever since Sumo Digital was purchased, we haven't heard one thing from them. I've just noticed that as well. That seems to happen a lot. Because when, I don't know, Amazon bought out the CryEngine, right?
Yeah.
You stopped hearing from Crytek for a while. And then Tencent really got involved with that. And then it was like, oh, okay, we start hearing things from Crytek again. Dude, I think we should be scared because that studio was huge. And we haven't heard anything about it. And I think that was one of the original purchases. Sumo Digital. I think that was going to be Sony purchase. And Tencent slipped in and got it. I honestly think so. I think that was a studio Sony was going to get as well. And I think Tencent slipped in and was like, oh, we got this much, and they took it. That's weird, because they was a studio who was dedicated to PlayStation as well. Even though they made, like, you know, Crackdown, they finished Crackdown 3.
Hey, bro, I am just, right now, today, yesterday, Sunday and Friday, I am seeing a lot of PS5s being in stock. I see developers, I see journalists, I see insiders, I see influencers, making sure people know that these PS5s are in stock. And people are grabbing them up as fast as they are getting these notifications.
Is that a shot at me? Well, I don't have one?
Oh, they're going to have a... Netflix has a Lara Croft live action show.
This nigga J-Chuck just shade me just now?
Yeah, because I'm just reading through all the news and it's just a lot.
I'll do it.
So what was you saying about your... what's happening? Gummy bears?
One digital?
The Sumo Digital thing. Who acquired them again?
Tencent.
Yeah, so that pretty much... I mean, Sony isn't against making deals. So...
I think they went with Tencent because Sony didn't hope for the deal, or it was too late, or it wasn't that much. Yeah. Because Sumo Digital is bigger than every PlayStation studio. Staff number-wise, they're literally... Okay, you see how they just bought Firesprite, right? Sumo Digital has 3.2 times the amount of people. They have over 800 people. That studio is huge. I think that Sony did not make that deal in time, and they wanted to be purchased. And I think Tencent just came and gave them the resources.
Oh, it looks like the other Easter egg from God of War is his blades. Those are the blades from God of War 3.
3?
Yeah, they haven't been modified. They are basically from God of War 3. So there was a good amount of throwbacks to like God of War, but they did... I feel like the combat looks really fun this time around. And Atreus just on his own. He's not jumping up a lot. You know, he's heavier now. So he's older. He's on the ground most of the time. He's doing good arrow chat. He's strangling some of the guys in the background, stabbing them in the neck with his knife. He's definitely grown up a lot. I like his version of young Loki because, you know, he's being trained by Kratos, so he's more of a warrior out there fighting instead of using all this magic and shit. So that's really dope. That's really dope. I mean, I hope everything goes good with Sumo Digital. It really kind of sucked that Sony didn't go after them with everything they could. You know, I don't know if they couldn't afford them or they were looking at some other avenues to do other things. But
did you see the tweet that I put out today? Responded to a guy?
No, I didn't see it.
Okay, so I'm gonna retweet it and just tag on it. Okay? So I think a guy was saying something about Sony made a deal because they need the money by 2025 when Wolverine comes out. Okay, so the gentleman said by the time Wolverine comes out in 2028, Sony is going to be on its last legs anyway. There's a 30% chance Wolverine is going to come to Xbox because Sony badly needs the money. Aside that, Knights of the Republic coming to Xbox and God of War looks like ass cheeks. The PS5 is has a bleak future, right? So I responded to that. Said someone want to tell him Sony badly needs the money, which is a grandma fuck up. I said Sony is worth $134.61 billion at the moment as of September 10th. Mind you, that's 3 days ago.
Mm.
3 days ago. And that's one of the next quarters, by the way. So, and I said from 2013 to 2021, they were from 18 billion. Let's just finish that. $18 billion they were worth as a whole in 2013 when the PS4 launched. To 134 billion. That's over 7 times increase. Now, the reason I brought that up is because honestly, I don't think this ever studio Sony can afford besides Activision, EA, and Take-Two, the Ubisofts. Those are the studios that are like big third party that I don't think Sony would be able to afford. And they don't need to. But the smaller ones like the Insomniacs, the Guerrilla Games, the Naughty Dogs, people who are not overly viable in price, like network, but they still worth a lot from the games they make. Like right now, if anybody tried to buy Naughty Dog right now, if they wasn't under Sony, what do you think the price they're gonna charge for that? I think Microsoft will have to give Naughty Dog $500 million. It's all of them.
I'm so confused by most of the shit you're saying. You're saying
Sony.
I'm more of a gamer. You're more into this technical shit, so this shit is still alien to me. So again, simplify everything you're saying. Just make it simple for me.
Sony has all the fucking money under the sun.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Okay.
So about anybody want. I don't think that was ever the problem with Sony. I think it's the time they did it, and what Sony wanted them to do in the future. I think probably the time and realm and when they wanted to do it, it's probably like, we can't do it. And
okay. Let me talk to you about something that I'm realizing. I just looked at a screenshot, but I already knew. I feel like if Naughty Dog, like what we're hearing, they're really gonna apply themselves to a motherfucking, a good multiplayer game. I think it's gonna be a big threat for a lot of other people, even multi-platforms, because the way they built The Last of Us Part 2 when it comes to guns and the detail of the guns and the sounds of those guns, they're top notch. They're top of the line, even compared to Call of Duty. So I think that's a big threat. The way the guns are gonna play, how it's gonna be when you shoot somebody. We understand that they were doing good with bullet holes. One thing I saw a lot, and on The Last of Us Part 2, where you could shoot people in the head, you would see the real bullet holes in that damage, and you could sever limbs and shit with different weapons. So it's gonna be a bloody fucking game, and it's gonna be very realistic. Because this is not a tagged on multiplayer. A lot of people's multiplayer games have been looking very good. Nobody's lazy anymore. But yeah, in relation to video gaming, it does seem like Netflix is creating a Tomb Raider series or movie, and it will be the chick that played Agent Carter in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So that's interesting. I did wake up early enough to see the brand new Hawkeye trailer for Disney Plus. Looks really good. I thought they were going to try to quickly pass the torch off to the young version of Hawkeye. It seems like you got to get the main Hawkeye there from the movies. It is centered around a Christmas holiday. It's going to be coming out November 24th, so that's pretty damn good. Man, it's really good. It's good vibes here if you're a PlayStation gamer. But let me let's talk about the main topic.
What you said you want to talk to me about?
The main topic. Should PlayStation put all games on PC?
I think it's a bad idea.
All their exclusives, and I'm not talking about like third party games. I'm talking about
like, old, the new, like you doing breakdowns or just in general?
Old and new.
Should they put all of them on PC?
Because you saw the leak that I saw.
Yeah, I saw that fake leak of the Geo thing for the Nvidia thing. Yeah, I've seen it. The Steam to be determined and all PlayStation Mobile. That's I saw it. Should they? No, because then you won't be able to sell your console. But like God of War going and shit like that. No, Horizon I got why they did it. Showpiece and everything. Showing on Days Gone I never got still to this day. And the Uncharted 4, that game is basically dead, the multiplayer, but it's a beautiful game. And I think the only way they're trying to do it, or where they're trying to be a publisher on PC like Microsoft is, they're showing that we have the more desired games. They don't gotta feed into it. Fuck the niggas, man. Like Sick be saying, bro, they didn't buy your console. They're not in your ecosystem. They don't want to be in your ecosystem. So why the fuck are you trying to cater to them to sway them in? You already got loyal people who buy your system. If that's not enough, oh well, man. Don't try to be greedy and all that shit. Yeah, I don't know. They should not. And this is coming from me. We shouldn't have seen any PlayStation games on PC in the first fucking place. But now that we do, smaller games like Dreams, the Creation Tool, that would make sense. Concrete Genie, if it didn't get as much of a push on PlayStation 4, like shit like that, just bring it to PC, because those type of styles. But like the God of Wars and all that shit, no. What the fuck is Game Boy issue doing? Loading guns? But yeah, shit like that, bring that to PC. But the hitters, no.
Exactly. I mean, I've been seeing over the last couple of days when it comes to PC fans is they really believe that Uncharted coming to PC in a total of 6 years, because by the time it comes out next year, it'll be a 6-year. We're talking about a 6-year game coming over means that everything's coming over. Sony's not stupid. They know we know that they should know that you give away all your games, there's not going to be any real reason to push your system. You know, we understand that the next mid-gen console for Xbox is going to be very powerful. It's going to try to outdo what PlayStation is doing. They're going to try to introduce haptic feedback. They're going to try to have a better SSD that's faster. Then PlayStation's going to have to outdo them. So if you're going to say, hey, all games are on all platforms, and they have to continue to make a new console, which is exactly what PC does every year or almost every couple months, they introduce a more powerful graphics card that you got to go out and buy, or you can barely find now. So at that point in time, you're spending even more money to stay ahead of the curve in features wise, versus you get a console, you buy the exclusive for $60-$70 and you're fucking set. So for your benefit to feel like your platform is worth a damn, to get games that used to only be on PlayStation, it would not benefit PlayStation, and it would not benefit the gaming industry as a whole, because we know the PlayStation community has been doing a good job of supporting games, thus supporting the gaming industry. But when we look at the PC community does not buy games on the rate of console gamers, specifically the PlayStation gamers. So if we would share the wealth with you guys as far as Sony's first party games day and date, there's no guarantee that you would find the interest that we find enough to pre-order, buy day one, buy in the first week, or buy in the first year or first month. So we're looking at this situation like, is it viable to go day and date? No. We saw it wasn't viable for Xbox. We see it's not viable for indie devs. It's not viable for third-party multi-platform games, because all of those games sell better on PlayStation. So the whole statement of if you put your games on PC, you're going to make a lot of money, that's not necessarily true, especially if you're not willing to spend a lot of money on your software compared to upgrades for your hardware. When you're a PC gamer, your hardware is key, right? So we know that you won't buy games at the rate that we buy games, whether they're coming over there day and date, they're coming over there a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, or even 6 years after release on PS4, nobody can really trust that you guys are going to buy games at the rate that we're buying games. And remember, we're dealing with exclusives over here. We're dealing with third-party games. We're dealing with timed exclusives. We're dealing with indie games. We got the whole fucking genres of exclusives and types of games over here, and we're supporting them more than you. And you have a so-called a bigger install base, but you're not supporting these devs. You know, I love the biggest lie in our gaming community from the PC fans is we want to support the devs. Why won't you put your game on our platform? We really want to give you our money. And then when the game eventually comes to your platform, those same individuals talking about, I want to support the dev, is nowhere to be found. I go back and talk to these same individuals I saw begging for the game that is now available. They say, no, I didn't get the game yet. No, I didn't. It wasn't my cup of tea. But you, specifically, I tracked down at least 5 different individuals that I saw port begging for certain games. I had tracked them down. I had asked them the questions. Hey, the game you were begging for, sent them a screenshot. The game you were begging for, it's out now. Did you buy it? Did you buy Neo? Did you buy Neo 2? Did you buy Crash Bandicoot? Did you buy Days Gone? Did you buy Horizon? Did you buy Death Stranding? The answer all the time, no, it's not my cup of tea. I only wanted my friend to get the game. I was only asking for because my friend really wanted to play the game. And I was like, did your friend buy the game? And then they say, I don't know. So that's why I made the term PC port begging trolls, because you're trolling a developer to do what you want, literally just to come back to a PlayStation gamer and tease them about your ability that you have the game, but you're really not going to buy the game. And that's the reason why they put a lot of work and funding into getting a good port out for you guys, for you to buy the game. You got to spend money to make money, and if they're spending money and they're not making any money over there, why would they keep putting games over there at a faster rate? So we already know it's not a big list of heavy hitting PlayStation 4 exclusives that still need to come to PC. And if you're going to get one a year over the next 4, 5, 6 years of this generation, then that's just what's going to happen. Right now, it looks like it's one a year. They could have obviously gave out Uncharted this holiday season. They could have, but they didn't. So you guys are still on track for one first-party old game each year. And you're still watching us enjoy some of the best games. And we're talking about God of War Ragnarok. We're talking about Wolverine. We're talking about Spider-Man PS4 remaster. We're talking about Miles Morales. We're talking about Spider-Man 2. You know, those are the ones we're talking about. Whenever they put Spider-Man on PC, it will be a slap in the face of how long it took to go to PC, and how many people have already spoiled the story because you watch live streamers. This is something I'm not doing. I'm not spoiling the story. I play the game. It's your fault if you want to watch me. Now, you don't like me, so you would call what I'm doing spoiling, but I'm just playing the game. But if you go watch your favorite live streamer on Twitch or your favorite live streamer on YouTube, you're watching them to find out more about the story that you don't have access to on your platform. So when the game is made available on your platform, you have already went out your way to spoil the story for yourself. So by the time Spider-Man 2 comes out, and then they might want to put Spider-Man on PC because it made all the money it can, but I don't know when they're going to do that. Spider-Man's a very tricky situation. As long as the movies will continue to push interest for that character, it will push interest for people to want to play a Spider-Man game after they're excited about, you know, watching the movie. So the Venom movie got pushed back to 2021. Remember, Sony was not confident about this year. They pushed Venom all the way back to 2022. They brought it back to 2021, and they're saying, okay, it's coming out October 1st. Right before Spider-Man No Way Home, which will drive interest to the video game to sell the units that they want to push the console. So why would they purposely stop money flowing in by putting the game on PC? You guys have to understand, they're not going to fuck themselves over just so you can run around and feel like you're a part of the console war, which you're not. PC and consoles are completely different. I don't even understand why you guys want to be a part of these conversations.
Glad you said that, Jay. I have one thing to say to you. Do you remember, I think 2 days ago, we were talking about the style of God of War, and you said it seems more like RPG-like now, right? And the arcade arena shit from the old God of Wars. I think that, actually, since PC dudes like that type of style RPG element, I think they were like that type of God of War game. I think that game, if it came, actually was sold really well on PC.
What game?
I think God of War Ragnarok, like its style, like more RPG like. I think if they brought that to PC down the road, that game actually would sell. Because Horizon hasn't topped 1 million yet, but it's a third 3/4 of it. Over 750 something. That was like, that's a lot. And to this day, the highest selling PlayStation game on PC is Horizon.
Do you think the drop off is crazy over there? Because I'm seeing the drop offs being like 700,000, 800,000 or something like that, and then there's just like no chatter. It's like bam, that's it. That's all you can make.
Yeah, it's a drop off because they're not meant for that platform. That's the thing.
Witcher 3, a sales spike because of the Netflix show. Sony has definitely seen and taking notes. Mr. Heisenberg, thank you for posting that comment. Very true.
That's correct.
Venom movie, and then you introduce Venom in Spider-Man 2, which will push people to buy the Spider-Mans that maybe they did not want to go buy, which was Spider-Man PS4 or Spider-Man PS4 Remaster or Spider-Man Miles Morales, seeing that Miles Morales is also in the Spider-Man 2. Because you're so hyped up on Venom, you want to learn more about Venom. Well, the movie is coming out October 1st. You see Venom, you want to learn more about him being in the Spider-Man PS4 universe. You go out and buy that game. You see Spider-Man No Way Home. You'd find out that all three outfits from the different Spider-Mans, Tom Holland, are in the Spider-Man PS4 game, as well as the two other Andrew Garfield and I forgot his name, bro. Tobey Maguire. There you go. Tobey Maguire. His suit is also in the Spider-Man PS4 and Spider-Man PS4 Remaster. So what do? You want to relive that hype. What game do you buy? Well, there's only one game with everybody's suit in it. You got to buy Spider-Man PS4 or Spider-Man PS4 Remaster. It's probably one of the best marketing fucking ploys I've ever seen, and you guys will see how that shit will spike. PS5 will either be available or not be available. But some people still haven't brought the Spider-Man PS4. So, if the trailer for Spider-Man 2 didn't get you to buy the game, these two movies based on characters that will be in part 2 will get you to buy the game. Or the outfits from the older Spider-Mans, Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, being in Spider-Man No Way Home will get you to buy the game. The game is still a system seller. You don't give away something that can sell the system. You don't do that.
Yep.
God of War, it might be old, but it is still selling systems. It is still very viable. You got a sequel coming up, and this time around, you know that, you could put it on PC, but you don't really need to. Why are you putting Uncharted on PC? Are you putting it over there because they really wanted that game? No, they want Bloodborne. They want Spider-Man. They want God of War. You're giving them a game that they don't want. Why? You want to have that game in play to bounce off of the movie that's coming out next year. You see what's going on here, right?
Yep. That's what they're going to do.
Last of Us Part 2 is still on a battlefield. It's still selling. Sometimes it goes high, sometimes it goes low, based off of that HBO show, and the game, as of this point in time, still being a PlayStation 4 exclusive. We are looking at a situation where the HBO show will impact the sales. The game already has a 60 frames per second patch, so there's really no reason to try to remaster the game and get more money out of us. What will probably happen is during the HBO show, we might get information, or the multiplayer might be in play, so it bounces off of that. It's really, really smart what they're doing here. It's something that Microsoft can never do. You know, timing shit appropriately to maximize the sales of the game and interest of the other entities, whether we're talking about a television show or a movie. This is smart marketing. This is something PlayStation does that we do not see Xbox doing. Thank you, Mr. Heisenberg. You said it right. The Last of Us remaster plus HBO show, and there we go. We have a pattern. This pattern is gonna go in tandem with the Outbreak Day coming up, the weekend after this weekend about to come up, and we might get a trailer for the Last of Us remake, and we might get a trailer for the Last of Us faction, and we might also get a sneak peek trailer for the HBO show. So they're gonna wrap that up into a nice bow, and now I kind of understand maybe why they did not show anything Last of Us related. PlayStation has so much shit that even if they wanted to have a 3-hour show, they couldn't tell us everything or show us everything that they have in the works. So it's very smart. It's very smart. It's a way to keep news flowing throughout the whole entire year. Whether it's just releasing games, talking about games, announcing games, showing off shows, having movies, whatever it is, they will keep you interested. They will keep your eyes and their attention on their position throughout the whole year. Xbox can't do that. They have to keep making these deals for games to go to Game Pass and hope for people to be interested in their platform. They don't have any movies. They don't have any TV shows currently out to maximize interest in their platform. That's why Spider-Man is such a fucking big part of PlayStation. You got the game. You already had the movie. Now the hype from the game can fuel money being put into... the hype from the movie can put money into your pockets based off of the video game. People will definitely be buying a lot of Spider-Man games once Venom comes out in October 1st and once the Spider-Man movie comes out this holiday season. That is smart, Spartan. I know me and you both saw it. We both saw it, and I know you saw it probably before I did. But God, that is smart.
That's brilliant. It's marketing.
That game has to be over 20 million. It has to be like 25 million or something. Game? Spider-Man PS4.
It is.
Yeah. I can't wait for them to announce that. Let's see if we can find another pattern. That would be the Spider-Man birthday or first appearance. Maybe they have like a Spider-Man day. I think it's already passed though. Spider-Man birthday.
Showing pictures that match.
What is the first appearance of Spider-Man?
His first appearance is Amazing Fantasy number 15.
Amazing Fantasy.
Yep. Amazing Fantasy.
So we're looking at August. We're looking at August. It's September now, so yeah, I figured that he already had his. So I don't know. We don't know when Spider-Man Day is. First appearance of Spider-Man, June 5th, 1962. Called Amazing
Question,
Fantasy.
Spartan.
Yeah.
Man, why did you unhit that dude that I blocked?
Rack? Just Rack, right?
Yeah.
Oh, another guy? Because honestly, he wasn't really saying nothing.
Is he still? Is he still there?
Not like I'm much of overrule you. I just think that I just wanted to see what he was going to say and how long he was going to go on for it. Yeah. Because honestly, you see, as soon as he said Xbox 360 was better than PS3, Xbox One was better than PS4, Xbox Series was better than PS5, notice he didn't say anything afterwards. Because all he said was how he haven't said anything for the last 35 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, I understand, Rack. I don't really. I'm not gonna disagree or agree.
It's off topic.
Yeah, but I would have blocked his ass too, because first of all, when you say a statement like that and you run, that's why I block motherfuckers like that. If you go put that much energy in there to put something out false that you know is 100% false, at least have the decency to back that shit up. Don't be a little pussy. Fight with me. have a conversation with me. Find out who the fucking one, who's right and who's wrong. That is wrong information. I've saw so much wrong information flying around Twitter over the last 3 days. It's not even fucking funny. Based off of people's emotion towards Wolverine or Spider-Man or Star Wars. People just saying stupid ass shit out their mouth on the side of Xbox.
Yeah. Mm.
Oh yeah, but my bad. I wasn't like trying to like overrule you or like. I just thought I just wanted to see what he was gonna say because I wasn't arguing back and forth. I just wanted to really see what he was gonna say.
Okay.
And when I look at it, I'm like, okay, he said it was better. His opinion, it's okay. But what is good about it? Like, sometimes when you really want to hear what somebody else to say.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see what he had to say. He didn't really have nothing to say.
And look, bro, I'm gonna be honest. If I saw that motherfucker do that dumbass shit, which I already knew he was gonna do, I would have blocked his ass. I was like, bro, you got anything to say? I would have had to block him again because I was like, man, I block you based off of the comment, and then I also block you because I know fanboys and I know ones like that. This is the type of fan he is. Let me put fake information out there and see if other people think it
triggers a reaction.
Yeah, it triggers a reaction, or people also think it's true and run with it. I saw people put out fake information to boost up Xbox over the last 3 days, and in such a way to see if it would go somewhere. Like, would it be a trending topic? Would people use it in debates? Would people try to own other people? And it's like, it's fake information. Look, me personally, Xbox fans are so desperate for W's that they're just doing this type of tactic, and it really is silly.
Yes. Like, it is, bro.
Yo, you want to know what the common thing I see across Xbox fanboys? They used to say Sony reacts to them, but when you look at it, Xbox is reactionary to every single thing. Remember the thing with the upgrades and the Microsoft shit? They think about smart delivery. When the last time you heard about smart delivery since then? When the last time you heard of ray tracing for Xbox since then? When the last time you heard about VRS? But it's funny. You see how we say Xbox was mentioning features in other games? Y'all remember VRS, right? Variable rate shading?
Yep.
Y'all remember how that was a feature baked into the Xbox Series X, which it is, right? Do you know that Halo Infinite is beta used it and they never mentioned it? Halo Infinite, that's how it ran at 120 frames. That's how they did it. Notice they never market that. They don't market ray tracing no more. I know this is all talking, but look, they don't market any of those things anymore. Do you know why? Because PlayStation has them all. Like you were saying all along. PlayStation has them all. Variable rate shading. What's the game? The Carmageddon game had FSR, but it also used a version of variable rate shading, which Sony said they would have. So, the way I look at it is, you can't use nothing as a debate against PlayStation now because they took away your ID and the name changes thing y'all came up with. They took that away. They took away the PS Now thing. The price dropped. It matches Game Pass. Offers more games. You could download those games now. They have better sales of like on the store. They have more sales, more ways for you to get discounts on every single game. They have more games. They have more quality games. They have more quantity. They have more of the buzzwords that your console use. They have in their games right now. I want to honestly ask y'all something. What does Xbox have that PlayStation doesn't? Besides 12 teraflops. Tell me something they have that PlayStation doesn't have besides Bethesda.
They got none.
Why nobody responded? See? Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, I was eating a sandwich. They got the racers. There you go.
They got the races. They got Forza. Have you seen Gran Turismo?
Yeah.
Have you seen what Gran Turismo did the other day? The intro of Gran Turismo 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 17 seconds. The music from those games generated 8,000 comments under that and likes. That's all people say. They brought it back to their roots. And they implemented everything I just said. Ray tracing is in that game. 60 frames, 4K is in that game. They have everything the Xbox said they would have. Does JTech, does Forza have ray tracing?
Does Forza have what?
Does Forza have ray tracing?
No.
Does Forza have a pit crew yet?
Not that I saw. No, because they're messing around with Forza Horizon, so they wouldn't need a pit crew.
Oh, okay, so they don't have those.
Yeah, they don't have those.
I mean, it's the open world one. They're not gonna have a pit crew.
Yeah, but
No, but Forza Motorsport 7 still they have one. It was supposed to come in via update. I need to get that. Where is it? Because they did say we'll have an update, and they're coming once to add a pit crew. It's 4 years later. Where is it?
It's with the Kraken.
Okay. Oh yeah. Also, that ain't come either from Sea of Thieves. Where's that? I know there was a Kraken in Gears of War. I think Gears of War 2 it was. When you're on top of that roof, and then you have to go inside the house, and then you have to come outside. That little platform that looks like it's surrounded by water. Once you come out, you fight a Kraken in there. You fight a Kraken in Resistance. So why can't they do it? I know Sam said they got the races. Not really. So the races they have used to be Sean. Forza Horizon used to be a flagship. And they used to be like, oh, Sony doesn't have open world game. Right now, people don't care.
Dude, that's not even the point. It's just they have something that they don't, right? That was the question. The
Oh
impact.
yeah. You're right. Yeah, I did ask for that. But I mean, like something that's gonna push. Like I have an advantage over you. Maybe I should have said that. Yes, they have an open world racer and a sim, like your Terminal doesn't have. That's correct. You're absolutely right.
In terms of their impact, bro, just losing a huge part of the market share just to them. They're basically just going through what the PS3 is going through.
No,
they can make good games. Their games can get better. They're not gonna sell.
So Sam, I got big news. I got big news, Sam and Spartan. So you got, and I don't know if you guys knew about this, but I have been going over this video for a while now, but I had not watched it. I wanted to know what the fuck he was talking about. He probably will lose his pension and everything, but it doesn't matter because AEW assigned him. But Mick Foley, a.k.a. Mankind, a.k.a. Cactus Jack, just a pure fucking WWE legend. He says, he made this YouTube video that says, WWE, we've got a problem. It has 299,000 views right now. It was published on September 7th, 2021. And he literally is a nice 1 minute, 14-second video where he says WWE is no longer the place for uninspiring talent to get better, to get popular, to get noticed. And obviously he's going to go on to prop up AEW. And that's the thing. WWE or Vince McMahon is so cocky to think that they cannot fall from grace that they're allowing this. And yeah, exactly. And they don't know they have already fell from grace. They fell from grace before AEW it was even formed. And it was just like they did not give a fuck. They did not have a good solution for crowdless programming like AEW did. They don't really do good with dark matches. They should have had all their dark matches viewable. We know when it comes to WWE, aka WWF, their dark matches were never seen. It's already like a hassle to try to find somebody that hasn't one of their dark matches. But in terms of AEW, their dark matches are always posted to YouTube. So it's much better. AEW did a great job with young wrestlers, young talent, sons, daughters from legendary wrestling dynasties. Yeah, they're all over there at AEW. You know?
Hey, Jay, you know when I think WWE fell from grace? Remember that stronghold they used to have where no wrestler could say something because they was afraid they were going to get fired and they can't go nowhere else?
Yeah.
That's when you know, when people started to speak out and walk out the company. Oh, yeah. I think the first company, really when it started, is that I think when Matt Hardy left in like 2010. And he started going on podcasts and saying creative is trash, and then, right? Or when he went to TNA, I think that was the beginning of it. Because then you had CM Punk in 2014, then you had like Dean Ambrose, the Drew McIntyres, the Jinder Mahals, all of them started to come out and say WWE's fucked up. They've been fell from grace, man. when they're not invincible no more, when your people start to speak out on you with no fear of being terminated, that's when you posting videos with your friends from AEW on Twitter. But yeah, that's when it's over. They don't give a fuck no more.
Mm-hmm. Well, let me listen to this video, but I want you to listen to this if you guys don't mind.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna yell at this kid so much.
What if there was someone who could help us?
Shut up! I want to smash his brain in. I'm not playing it. I can't. I'm telling you right now, I'm not going to be able to get through this game. I promise you, I am not going to be able to get through this game.
We gotta find him.
This is not what. This is exactly what I don't want from video games. Snot-nosed idiot teenagers ruining everything. Just cut off his head, Kratos. Cut off his head and go and kill stuff. That's what everybody wants. Nobody wants to play with a freaking teenage dumbass.
For a moment and start thinking like a gentleman.
People use condoms to avoid that. Why would I pay $70 to get it in a video game?
Are you a calm and reasonable person?
So that's what we call fake outrage. Yeah, I'm a real person, so I can say this. A lot of other people are afraid to tell you this, right? You do that to get noticed. Most of the time, those things you say on camera are not what you really think. And you're hoping that you get a reaction. You don't care what people think of you. You just do that shit for views, clicks, hopefully subscribers, even, money. It's just weird that somebody would say that. He claims to be a Bloodborne person, so he has a PlayStation. Obviously, he had to have played the first one to know that Atreus was a kid and he was going to grow up. Because of the type of cliffhanger God of War 2018 was left on. That's probably the worst fake outrage I've ever seen. Yeah, that outrage is just horrible. That's just some fucking horrible shit. One second, let me finish hearing what Mick Foley got to say real quick. That was one of the most heartfelt, constructive criticisms I've ever fucking seen. That video is almost 300,000 views. Legendary Mick Foley. If he says there's a problem with WWE, there's a problem with WWE. As simple as that. If there's a fucking problem and he says there's a problem, there's a fucking problem. It's just like everybody is saying there's a problem with Xbox. And when we
they say he has heat backstage now because he said that.
Who gives a fuck? He's a legend. Fire him. Fire him right now and watch where he goes.
He goes somewhere else.
Yep, he gonna go straight to AEW.
Not even that. He
got heat for telling the truth?
Yeah.
Never mind. I get heat all the time when I tell the truth. So I guess it's right.
Oh, Mick Foley was the only man that speak out in WWE years ago. Go to TNA, win the championship. I saw that Hulk Hogan was coming back. This man was on the contract with TNA still. It showed up on Raw. It was like, I gotta see this for myself. What can do what he want? Like, what you gonna do? Fire Mick Foley? He gonna show up at Ring of Honor, New Japan, Impact, AEW. Like, bro, it's no longer a threat. Once your name is out there and you trend, or they say you being mistreated, like Jeff Hardy right now, I'll see he trending on Twitter. They say he's chasing the 24/7 championship. Once your name gets known by fans, it don't matter if your name blow up in WWE. People are coming to know you. Like Adam Cole. Adam Cole came from Ring of Honor. Niggas knew him. He came to WWE. Niggas knew him. He debuted for AEW. Everybody know Adam Cole. Like, bro, it don't make a difference, bro. That company is going downhill, and I'm so glad to see it. As someone who had all the action figures and everything, I've stopped playing WWE games. 2K15 is the last game I had, and I can show you that. I've never played another wrestling game since then because that company is fucking trash. How do you have all the talent in the world and fuck it up? They're just like Xbox, man. There was that Grace at one time. You got a little Sean, well known, and think they run shit. That's a mistake. People are fickle, just like gamers are fickle. Fans are fickle. They will turn at you at the drop of a dime once you do something wrong. That's a fact. Everybody know that. Oh well. Good luck to them, Jay. And Xbox.
It looked like the guy that was reviewing Deathloop, he said it's Tamor Hassan. He played 15 hours of the game. He played it on PS5. Review code was provided by the publisher, which I'm guessing was Bethesda. So they were the ones pushing this game. PlayStation wasn't. They paid for the timed exclusivity. That's pretty much where it ended. But you know, they really wanted this game to go out there and make money because
it was Bethesda.
Yeah, why not? Like, PlayStation is the place to make your money, right? So, you know, and I think Microsoft knew. We talked about this. You know this. Microsoft knew that Starfield was on a chopping block to be a PlayStation timed exclusive, and they could not have that. That was going to completely destroy them. But them locking down that game to their platform made Sony, you know, more adventurous and determined to get things to make people look at their platform. We've already had Spider-Man. Spider-Man 2 was going to do works. God of War Ragnarok was going to do works. The next Horizon was going to do works, right? Gran Turismo 7 was going to do what it needed to do. But what was something else that bring you over? Well, we get another Marvel character, a character that everybody knows just as well as Spider-Man. We got Wolverine. I mean, my boy Kid Smooth said it best. PlayStation doesn't know how to lose. You're not going to fucking poke the bear and not expect to get your leg bitten off. It's not going to happen. I'm not sure if he completed the review, but he said 15 hours. So, I don't know. But remember, this is IGN, and he gave it a 10 out of 10.
The systems are presented as digestible, and the game subtly pushes you to put the pieces together so you can truly appreciate how it all ticks. It's a game where observation and dynamic thinking go hand in hand with shotgunning goons in the face, and it delivers bombastic thrills with intelligence and elegance in equal measure. At the heart of the game,
I wouldn't be surprised.
I like that. Like, you can connect their minds together, and when you shoot one person in the head, everybody's head gets shot. That was pretty interesting.
Deathloop, you could tell, was a game. I don't think Sony went for Bethesda. I think Bethesda went to Sony for that.
I was thinking that too, man. And it's a big deal because it's a first-person shooter. We know how PlayStation was said to not have a PlayStation shooter at launch, and we are still in the first year of the consoles. And this is a first-person shooter, so it was really, even though I'm not a big fan of it, I'm really excited that they got it locked down. So,
a roguelike shooter? Wow.
Yeah, a roguelike first-person shooter, and we already had a good shooter with Returnal.
That's how you know Bethesda had to go to Sony, because Sony already had a game like that, so they could have been like, no, and because that's what they did with Gears of War. Remember? They got Epic pitched it to Sony for Gears of War, and they denied it because they had resistance.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be just like that, you know. But
we didn't see a pattern with Wolverine. We know that they haven't been using him in video games for a long time. But one thing that was really could have, I don't think we could have predicted that Wolverine would be the next character, but we did see him pop up in Midnight Suns, which is the first time Wolverine pops up in a video game, and this is after the acquisition of Fox. So it did look like Disney was gonna be like, okay, we gotta try to use this motherfucker again. If I just go, I can go to this game. Obviously, my favorite.
Why was it unfair?
Oh yeah. Didn't I get that one?
Jay, why is it unfair? Why is it unfair that PlayStation has all these exclusives?
Oh, you're asking me that question. I don't feel like it's unfair. I think it's perfectly all right.
Let's play devil's advocate for the broker. Why would it be unfair?
Because it makes your system look worse than it already is.
No, I'm gonna tell you why. Because you remember the narrative that Xbox has all the money, right, and Sony doesn't. They feel it's unfair because Sony has proven them wrong with every single thing. Now we went over this before, the Discord shit. Oh, yeah. Remember they were talking about Discord for 10 million? Sony said, we partner, Discord is coming to PlayStation next year. Right? The Bethesda purchase, and Sony has a Bethesda time exclusives. So it's basically showing that your money that they have, that you said Microsoft was going to beat Sony with, they opened their checkbook, it proves you are wrong. Because Sony is able to lock down these deals without paying to buy the whole publisher. Remember I told you Sony is going to get the IPs, not the publisher? Remember that? Mm-hmm. That's exactly what they're doing. Because the IPs are more valuable, because without the IPs, then what? You're just the studio. Foreshadows has sent the message literally all this damn year. I've been saying that Sony is not going to buy the studios. They are going to lock down the IPs. And trust me, that Konami shit will spill sooner rather than later. About Metal Gear and all of that.
I mean, what I wanted to say, more and more people are studying the trailer. I got to remember, like, when I looked at the Michael commercial, it was more condensed. You're in a bar, so you're going to be able to find those Easter eggs. But you were in a city this time, so people are still finding the Easter eggs. Silent Hill was found. Resident Evil 4 was found. There's been a lot of people studying that trailer, and there's more and more stuff. I think I'm going to just bite the Play Has
No Chestnut Checkers one?
Yeah. There's a lot of things there. So what I feel like I'm going to do, I'm going to download that trailer to my phone today, and during my free time, I'm going to try my best to, just look over that. Now, one thing I wanted to let y'all guys know, as you know about Marvel vs. Capcom from the very first one before they called it, it was Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter. You always had Wolverine in there. This was the first one where Wolverine or any X-Men were not in there. Because they were a part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe and they were trying to push that, even though this wasn't a direct correlation to that universe, you got more of the characters that you were already seeing on movies. That's why they did not add anything with X-Men, because Disney didn't have anything to do with X-Men. Fox did. That's why there was a rumor that the following Marvel vs. Capcom would have the X-Men back, but only if Disney got the rights to X-Men. Or they would add them in some way, shape, or form to this. So I'm going to just get my boy Spider-Man and Venom.
Now that you say it, bro, Sony is the only company.
Look at that shit. We got Spider-Man and Venom, bro. And we got Wolverine, but he's not in this game.
Bro, we have 4, basically. Well, actually, no, 3 Marvel Disney properties on PlayStation. Star Wars, Spider-Man, and Wolverine. Let that sink in. 3. Nice Little Republic. An Xbox game. Bro, that shit is going to continue, JT. I'm telling you. I just want to know what the next one is going to be.
But let's be honest, though. Isn't that weird? Like, we got Spider-Man first, right? Which he's always going to be popular. No matter what's going on, he's always going to be popular.
Technically, I think Star Wars we got first when I think Sony marketed Star Wars Battlefront with the custom console in 2015. I think that was the start of it. So they
Oh,
marketed every Star Wars
okay,
that's come out
okay,
like
yeah. So we got that one first, but let's just talk about Marvel. We got
it.
Spider-Man first, and then we got Iron Man with VR.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of people. I've talked to a good amount of gamers. They don't really kind of recognize Iron Man because it's a VR title, but you have to recognize that when they got Iron Man, that was pertaining to how important he had became to the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Right.
And to lock him down to an exclusive game for a VR headset that nobody had,
It was mad. That was
a big deal. That was a big deal.
It was mad, Jade. It was mad. I remember that. How did Sony get an exclusive Marvel game? Because that was the same time Nintendo got Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, and then Iron Man VR came. It was like everybody has a Marvel IP except Xbox. When is Spider-Man coming? Remember? I don't like to see people upset, right? That's not me as a person. I don't like to see people upset, but when I look at it, this is good for gaming competition because now you have to create your own thing to compete. You already have superhero-like games with Infamous, Prototype, Crackdown, Saints Row, those type of games. They're superhero-like games. You telling me Xbox can't make a superhero-like game? Lie to me, because I know they could.
Let's just look at this list right here that we got. Let's not dive into X-Men because they can't get X-Men. We already know the deal with that. You got Wolverine, the X-Men will be in that game. And not only that, you can guarantee that Hulk will also be in that movie. And because it's by the same developer, it's pretty much guaranteed it's in the same universe as Spider-Man. So there are certain characters Xbox will not be able to get because Sony was able to lock down Wolverine. It's kind of like the movie rights. If you got that game right, you might have everything pertaining to that game on that character. So that's a big fucking get. And everybody knows it. So, Black Widow, can't really do that because that's a part of Avengers. Can't do Hawkeye, that's a part of Avengers. You can't do Guardians of the Galaxy, that's a part of Guardians of the Galaxy. That means Gamora is off limits. That means Thanos video game is off limits. Captain Marvel is also a part of Avengers. You can't get her. Thor, you can't get Thor. He's a part of Avengers. You can't get Black Panther. He's a part of Avengers. Ultron, he's a villain. He's a part of Avengers. So
the Hulk.
You can't get Hulk because he's a part of Avengers and he's going to be a part of Wolverine. So if you would just look at this list right here, they couldn't lock down anybody for a contract.
And he's also owned by Universal. Universal doesn't like Microsoft.
Captain America, he's a part of a lot of games and also a part of Avengers. You wouldn't be able to get him.
Would make the most sense. Captain America.
Nova, you can't get Nova because he's a part of Guardians of the Galaxy.
Blade.
You couldn't get him because now he's a part of the Midnight Suns and you're not gonna use him a lot.
Damn, what can they get, bro? I'm starting to feel bad for them.
I do believe that if Naughty Dog, how Neil Druckmann said he wants Punisher, Sony's gonna strike a deal eventually for every one of their studios to take over a Marvel entity. Why? Because it's possible. Due to the fact that Activision is no longer making Marvel games, it freed up the slot for all their IPs to be taken over by a different dev, a different studio. And that is probably the best gift that you could give to somebody like Sony. So I definitely believe that Naughty Dog would get a Punisher game. If Sony really wants to stick it to Microsoft, there's so many ways they can do it. And Disney is the key.
I don't really think they want to. I just think they just showing off at this point.
Oh, they definitely showing off, but they ain't gonna show everything. They definitely showing off.
Showing off as in our studios are the kings. Like that's why we did it.
Yeah.
I don't think they even trying to outdo Xbox at this point. Because they already have. I don't think it has been about Xbox since the PS3 gen. Like the end of that gen, I don't think they really saw Xbox no more. That's competition because they got all the third party. That was their competition. The third party. I think now that Sony has all the third party, it's like, okay, we we basically win. Now we got first, we got a second, but we also have third party now. I don't think Microsoft is Sony's competition. I think Sony's competition right now is each other, the studios, and the gamers' opinions. I think that's their competition. Hate to say it, but I think that Green brand has pretty much died when it comes to competition and Sony's eyes. I don't think Microsoft is competition to them anymore. I think critical reception and how the people feel about them, I think that's the competition. Us. What you watching?
Nah, I'm playing fucking Marvel. Get him, motherfucker! Oh shit! Come on, Frank.
He's going to work today, right?
Yup. I'm playing Spider-Man and Venom on Marvel Ultimate Alliance. I mean, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Just to piss off people, and I'm going to put this gameplay up on Twitter just to piss people off. Because I'm evil like that. I want violence today. Oh, shit. No, bitch. It's over. Wait up. Spider-Man didn't get killed? Air combo. Talk about it. Bro. I'm gonna post this picture on fucking Twitter just to piss people off. Like, where is the only place you can play Spider-Man and Venom?
PlayStation.
There you go. Or, you know, obviously some multi-platform games, but you might as well get used to it while you can. Because the best version of Venom and the best version of Spider-Man is on PlayStation. It's definitely on PlayStation. You know how long I waited to get that motherfucking, get back on that black suit ever since Spider-Man Web of Shadows. Which they did a really good job with the black suit on that one. Really, really good.
I love black, my favorite color. Every time I see Spider-Man in a black suit, I gotta play as that one. If I boot up Spider-Man right now, you'll see my fucking character is going to wear anything that's black related. Even if it's Spider-Man Noir shit, you know, where he wears the pants and shit, it's gonna be black. I can't believe this shit, bro. Sony got Wolverine. And that worries me because then I'm thinking about if they got Spider-Man and they got Wolverine, who's the third most popular Marvel character? Andre?
It's over, bitch. What happened?
Who's the third most popular Marvel character? After Spider-Man.
Well,
after Spider-Man.
I'm looking on the picture. This is what I'm gonna tell you. You got Spider-Man. Right behind him is Wolverine. Now, right behind him is Captain America because of you know is you know being an American and an army guy. Right behind him, and beside both of them, both sides of him is Hulk and Iron Man. And since they already got Spider-Man, Wolverine, and Iron Man, and then they had Iron Man included in the Spider-Man movie, as you see how that happened, as well as the Avengers Tower in the Spider-Man video game, they pretty much got a lot of shit locked down. Remember, Doctor Strange also is a part of the Spider-Man video game universe because his building is in New York City, as well as Black Panther and a lot of other Easter eggs. They could have went anywhere they wanted. Disney would have allowed them to do so. So you got Hulk, Captain America, and Iron Man. Those guys are right behind Spider-Man.
Iron Man.
And this was back in the day. And Daredevil was hot. Obviously, he got a movie back in the day. X-Men are right behind him. Fantastic Four is right behind him. Venom is there. We already know the deal with Venom. Venom, by the way, if I'm just going to tell you this, you got Spider-Man, Wolverine, Captain America, Iron Man, Hulk, Fantastic Four, and Venom is right behind Fantastic Four. And then right on the other side, you have people like Black Cat, another X-Men, which was very popular back then because he was in the movie, Nightcrawler, Punisher, which he had a movie back then, Iron Fist, which his comic books back then were very, very good. Thor, pretty far to the back, but still visible because, again, he's such a noticeable character. But yeah, I mean, if I'm just looking at this image, you see a lot of Spider-Man people, Avengers, X-Men people, and Fantastic Four, and Daredevil.
I think interesting. I was still want to throw a theory out here. Who are the only two publishers with the Marvel game right now that's publishing a straight up Marvel game? And I'm not talking about Marvel Ultimate Alliance. It is Sony right now, and it is Square Enix, right? I just find it funny how when that rumor of a merger happened, you saw Square Enix with a Marvel game, when you saw Sony with a Marvel game. They're the only ones making Marvel games right now. Do you honestly believe that merger is not going to happen? Well, I'm seeing it looks a lot like it.
That bitch is really trying. She's trying hard to stay away. You little bitch, stop! Oh my goodness. Get that dumbass bitch out of here. With the big ass titties and shit. You just killed my Venom, you little bitch. She's a spammer.
No matter what I say, I don't think any racing game was better than Dropplug.
I know you just saw those pictures I retweeted.
That shit is more than an 80-20 split. That shit is 86% on PlayStation.
She got me. She was spamming like a bitch, bro.
That is crazy.
Fucking
man.
spamming little fuck. Oh, they had big ass titty physics in this game. Like titties is jiggling and shit.
Insomniac Games is gonna make Xbox game after Wolverine. Honestly, I believe it now. But if Square Enix got the Marvel Avengers game, honestly, I think Crystal Dynamics would be the studio. Yo,
Get
Jay.
her dumb ass out of here. What happened?
Yo, if Square merged with Sony, right, they have studios ready to make Marvel games. I just realized that. They already have Insomniac, but if they Square merged with them, they will have Crystal Dynamics. And Eidos Montreal would be the support studio. Oh, okay, that makes sense. I hope that shit is not true, because if Sony gets Square S,
I hope that shit's not true. If Sony gets Square, what?
I said if Sony gets Square, damn, man, like,
Dang good.
I got Bethesda, but
they
niggas
gotta
got.
keep their relationship as tight as the 90s and early 2000s. So I definitely believe their relationship will be back to how it was.
I think it is. I honestly think it is. Because I think
God,
the next
bitch.
game, Forspoken, I didn't even think it was coming at 2022. I thought that shit was gonna come like 2023. That shit come out next year, man. They gave you a release date. Like, bro, that's confidence. When all of your next games, Final Fantasy 16, is exclusive to PS5. I know Sony had to have a hand in that. With that Square Enix making a video game. Cousin Jay is more than that in that start game.
Whoo, boy. Venom and motherfucking Spider-Man.
Again.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know, bro. That's why this was one of the worst fucking that's one of the worst motherfucking games right there, bro. I don't know. That shit was bad. The only reason why that shit was bad is because you didn't have your boys in there. You didn't have the X-Men. You can't have a Marvel vs. Capcom without the crew that made this game even possible, which was X-Men. That's why nobody likes this one. You know, this one is more respected than that one. You had your boys, the X-Men, in there. But I'm going to be honest, you took Cyclops out. Everybody loves Cyclops. Even though Wolverine is the face of X-Men, people love Cyclops. I just can't wait for all the Easter eggs. You know, this is going to be so many fucking Easter eggs. Look at all these Marvel games we got, though. I got a shitload of Marvel games. What is it? Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2, Spider-Man, Miles Morales. Bro. Just so much. And if you look at almost any one of these games, you always got Spider-Man. Spider-Man is in every last one of the games. And when it came to Marvel Ultimate Alliance, he was on the front cover. He was more important than Iron Man. He was more important than Captain America, Hulk, Wolverine, Thor, and I see Venom over there. Like on the box, he was the most important character. He's always the most important character.
Wolverine?
No, Spider-Man.
Yeah, Spider-Man is the face of Marvel.
Exactly. For Sony to lock him down in 1999, that was just a big play. That was a big power play, man. And then locking the game character down and making sure you acquire the studio that made that game so hot. Just real smart shit, man.
Yo,
smart shit.
I realized Insomniac pulled the Sony. Because remember, Sony could have had all the Marvel IPs. That was the original thing in 1999. They were supposed to get every Marvel IP. They just chose Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
and it's funny. Insomniac had the opportunity to pick any Marvel IP, and they chose Spider-Man. Yo, that's cool, man. I just thought of that. Mm-hmm. I remember Sony was going to have every Marvel IP. They was going to have Marvel. I'll tell you, Sony makes a dumbass decision. That was a dumbass decision. They just chose Spider-Man.
I think that it's a dumbass decision from the past, but what they're trying to do to correct it is very nice. They're like, hey, we could have did it, but we didn't do it, but we still can. Again, Sony pulls the strings. Disney wants Spider-Man in that universe, which I know they do because he's important to Marvel's history. You can't, just like you can't make a Marvel vs. Capcom game without the roster of X-Men and expect it to do good, you can't make a fucking cinematic universe without having Spider-Man there. You just can't.
Bro, they would have had fucking X-Men, bro. They would have had every fucking thing, bro. They would have had a Hulk. They would have had Spider-Man, the X-Men.
But as far as the games are concerned, I would say that they do got X-Men because we already know when you got Wolverine, man, the X-Men are right there in his universe. But he also shares a universe with Hulk. And Hulk shares a universe with the Avengers. And since Avengers are canon to Spider-Man, the PS4 game, and it's made by the same developer, we already know what that means. They got a big pull, man. You got Doctor Strange just also in there in that game. And then you're going to have a Doctor Strange movie with Spider-Man? Mm-hmm. You know, like, who would have thought?
I would have thought. Because I think Sony is making up for lost time. They don't have the movies, right? But gaming has it has more longevity than movies. Everybody remember movies. Not to say they won't. But gaming will be forever. It's the largest media right now. It's gaming. There's movies. There's music. Movies are still bigger than music, which I don't see how. Because there's more music than movie. But one thing I know is Sony is in every one of those markets. TV shows they make it now. They already make Spider-Man movies, so why not have the games? It makes sense. That's their character. It was Marvel's character, but you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Wolverine makes sense for a game. To think about it, your first main game back, a Wolverine game. Wouldn't you want him to have the brightest show, like the grand stage of it? That's like having your flagship wrestler. Would you not want him to be at WrestleMania?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Exactly, man. Uh, Again, I feel we talked about this on the Sunday show. If you guys, for whatever reason, missed it yesterday, Sony obviously was eavesdropping into the hopes and dreams of the Xbox community over the last 3 years when they're on the internet saying that Phil Spencer needs to get a Wolverine game. They were listening. Now the only way you can play Wolverine is if you buy a PlayStation 5. Like, that's just smart shit. You know they can't make that deal happen, but you can. And that's what their fans want. You took something away. I mean, it's only payback, right? And if you guys think that shit hurt, wait until Microsoft shoot the next shot. Wait to see what PlayStation gonna do. Trust me. What they do is gonna be way worse than what Microsoft does.
I don't think it's going to stop. But I said this.
I mean,
I think good.
but
I don't think it's going to stop. Marvel.
ZeniMax might be a big entity, but the impact of what fans really wanted over there was not Bethesda. They wanted Bethesda as a way to brag about it in a console war. But the game they really wanted that made them hurt to even want them to get on the internet and beg Microsoft to buy a publisher was Spider-Man. It was all about Spider-Man. Sony has Spider-Man. You have to do something to counter this, Microsoft. What are you going to do? Buy a studio. Buy a studio, Microsoft. They brought Bethesda there. Then fanboys get on the internet. Ha, you can't play this anymore. You can't play this anymore. What the game you really wanted them to get was a Wolverine game. So you could get on the internet and brag about the same thing. You can't play this. You can't play this. Well, Sony doubles down. You can't play Spider-Man, one of the most popular characters in Marvel cinematic history and comic book and pop culture. Now you can't play Wolverine. Like, it hurts, and it's going to continue to hurt. We don't even know what else they're going to do. But whatever Microsoft is planning to respond, I don't know what they can do. You know, Elder Scrolls is a long ways away. A proper Fallout game is long ways away. You only got Starfield. By the time that game comes out, damage is going to be done with Horizon. Damage is going to be done with God of War Ragnarok. What do you deal with? You know?
Mm-hmm. I don't think there's no combat in Marvel because Marvel at the top of the mountain right now. I think they would go for DC, but the way
Let me ask you a question. Do you know what Sony gonna do this holiday season with Spider-Man movie? Do you know how they're really gonna get you to buy that game again if you don't already own Spider-Man? How? What have they been doing for free to make you buy the game after a movie comes out?
Usually they put it on sale.
Nope. Wrong.
What,
they add an outfit from the movie to the game for free.
I thought you was talking about something different.
Nope. I'm talking about that. Because what did we used to do as a kid? What did the companies do? Because they know how we felt. When they came out with a movie, they had a movie game tie-in.
Mm-hmm.
Now that Sony doesn't do that and nobody does that, Sony still holds everybody's wallets. Why? Because they're going to give you the experience to pretend like you're that character or that version of that character. All Tom Holland outfits are in Spider-Man PS4 and Spider-Man PS4 Remaster. Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire, their suits are in that game now. Comic book related suits, like all types of suits are in that game. If you want to pretend like you're Spider-Man swinging around the city, which is what most people want, you can do that. You got a new Tom Holland movie coming out. Guess what? His suits from that game is going to be in there. I think he's featuring 2 new suits. You're going to see that shit in there.
The Iron Man suit is in Spider-Man PS4 too.
Exactly. So you got both versions of his suit, by the way. The one from the comic book and the one from the movie. Both Iron Spider suits are in there. It's just really, again, smart, very smart marketing on their part. This is how you get it done. This is just really, really how you get it done, man.
I don't think it's gonna stop at Marvel though. Honestly, I have to say that I don't think it's gonna stop at Marvel.
You say it's not gonna stop with Marvel?
I don't think so. Cause remember the rumors about an exclusive Batman game that 2 years ago. Remember, Sony did market like you see how I mentioned Star Wars Battlefront, right?
Mm.
Every third Star Wars game last gen, even Jedi except Jedi because Xbox marketed, right? Sony marketed every Batman game as of recent. Even the Telltale ones is Sony, right? If the rumor is to be true, I believe if Sony got Batman to be exclusive as well, I think that's it. I think they would kill themselves. Honestly, they are going to get that too. And I don't think they're conflict of interest. I think they're going to have Batman, Spider-Man, Wolverine. I think they're going to end up with most of the superheroes.
And this is what I was talking to Sick about. When you got the reputation, review scores might not mean a lot, awards might not mean a lot, but that is their resume. That's their reputation. And when you have a better reputation than the other guys, you're gonna always be first on that list to get these IPs.
Yeah.
It doesn't even matter how much money your company has. What really matters is can you actually produce a good product with that money? And the answer is no when it comes to Xbox. You cannot produce good products. Their reputation speaks for them over the last 7 years. It speaks that they can't make a fucking good game.
And they can't market one too. I've noticed that.
And you can't market it, and you can't get your fans to spend money on that game. When you're handling a very valuable IP, you're definitely gonna want that IP to sell. And the one thing you can't do on Xbox is get a game to sell. You can't.
Sad, bro.
It's sad. It is sad. Very, very sad. This is the power of a PlayStation. I mean, that's
C6 said a lot of review scores got niggas acting different today. I saw when he said that. I mean, I was like,
exactly. Oh, me personally, I still don't give a fuck about the game, but I was always interested and always knew I had the ability to play the game because Sam was good at it. So I'm cool. So I'm gonna play it tomorrow and see how it is, see how good it is, see if it's my cup of tea. Again, Sony been conditioning me to a genre of games that I don't like. And that's stealth because they have so much stealth in their games. So, it's crazy. It's just really, again, it's really, really funny how Xbox fans are trying to claim victory off of Bethesda's game that was already in the works for a good amount of years before the acquisition. You cannot claim victory like that, bro. Like, the fuck? You didn't see PlayStation claiming victory over Psychonauts because we funded the project with the Kickstarter. No, we didn't do that shit. John Cena's Peacemaker TV show is trending on Twitter. I'm gonna have to check that trailer out. Damn, bro. It really, really is awesome that
Xbox fun as hell, bro.
Xbox just looks like a pile of shit. I just love it. I just love it, man.
Oh, because it don't affect me.
So I see my boy get on the sticks. Oh, okay, get on the sticks. Okay, so get on the sticks. He's going live at 3:00, so I'll be able to meet up with him. I'm gonna be going live with him on the Spaces. I don't know if you know, the Saints Row Twitter page is starting to speak out. They're starting to try to talk more and try to advertise their game more. I still feel like it's a little bit too late, but it all depends on these secrets that they claim that they can't tell us when they divulge these secrets, and are they big enough for people to change their mind? We know that when you show gameplay to gamers, it's always, sometimes it really is enough. But again, seeing the people that are in the game, at least the default actress and what she stands for in her personal life versus her character, also how she looks in reality versus her character. I do need to understand if there's any like SJW shit going on, any messaging that they want in the game that is not a representation of the type of gamers that normally buy your game. Are you trying to pander to a specific social group that normally does not buy your games? So these are questions I need to be answered as a fan. I've still not been able to reach Saints Row as of the last time me applying for the shit with them. So I'm hoping I can meet up with them. I hope I can talk to these guys as a Saints Row fan that really wants this game to do good. I want them to continue to make Saints Row games after this. So we could be looking at a situation where if this game don't do good, we don't see Saints Row anymore. We just don't. But guys, I know it's early. I don't got shit else to talk about. I'm just watching the PlayStation fans really just stomp the dog shit out of Xbox fans on Twitter, and I'm loving it. I'm loving that shit. I really hope that Xbox fans understand how this shit feels. This is how this type of shit feels. You can get a game exclusive that people really want, and then somebody else do it, and you know how we feel. I mean, that's it. As simple as that. Somebody did a whole breakdown of outfits and color schemes and everything. What in the fuck? Oh, you know what? I did notice that. Spider-Man's suit in part 2 did change a little bit. Yeah, I did notice that. Oh, shit. They did change some stuff up. His eyes. Oh, fuck. He did go through a good amount of a change. Did Miles go through a change too? Oh, yeah, he did go through a change. Oh, shit. Huh. I did not notice that. Wow. Okay. Oh, his electricity turns blue now. It was yellow. I remember it was yellow electricity. Huh.
I mean, the electricity is hotter.
Yeah, his I'm gonna go post this to the PlayStation Legion red alerts, because that's pretty interesting. Somebody had broken down the changes in the new Spider-Man 2, and they did go through a whole bunch of changes. I didn't even notice that shit. I had noticed it. I was like, man, his suit don't look the same, or something like that. I was like, what the fuck is different? Something's different. It don't look like the same shit. But I didn't put them side by side to see what was different. I just put it in a red alert, so if you want to take a look at that, also put it in gaming news. That's a nice find right there. I had talked about the Kenna problem I had with Kenna yesterday, and again, they got a feature in Newsweek magazine, the website, and what Harris Abbott said. He said Kenna Bridge of Spirits voice actor compares the game to an emotional Pixar movie. So again, gameplay looks solid. I can't wait for more people to play this game. Just everything about it is awesome. But
oh, nice.
Due to the fact that it's an indie title, that's probably why we haven't saw a lot of marketing. So, if they pay my ass $100, I market the shit out of this game as best I can. But I'm hoping that more people in a community can do our part, whether we're getting paid or not, for for this game to do good, man. I think we all do right by this game. We'll make sure this game does good by buying the game, showing off screenshots and video clips, making sure gamers in our community that might not might kind of be on the fence about the game, kind of look at it and buy it. So let me go check out what it says now. I'm pretty sure we should be looking at a release date that's about 7 days away. Let me see. So Kenna right now is sitting at the 7-day, 10-hour mark. So basically 8 days away. Tomorrow will be 7 exactly. So it's almost a week, man. This game comes out next Tuesday. I know, right? Not a lot of fucking promotion. I'm so glad that Deathloop's coming out tomorrow. So Sony and hopefully... What in the fuck? I think there's a squirrel fighting with a bird outside. Hold on one second. What the fuck? Stupid ass animals. Goodness. The fuck? Somebody got fucked up. Oh, it's birds. They doing bird things over there. Okay. The fuck? Okay, I'm back. Damn, man, that was it sounded like a snake just chomped down on a bird or something. It really did sound like somebody was like chewing on somebody. Goodness. Yeah. Kenna's about 7 days away. $7 days and 10 hours away. There we go. Let me see. Hashtag PS4, PS5, PSN, and PlayStation. Because if anybody knows anything about Kenna, that game gonna sell much better on PlayStation. It is really, really sad it's digital only, even though people shouldn't have a problem with that. But I really hope the game sells very good. I hope it does good in reviews. Hope people play it. That's our game right there, man. That's our game. I really gotta dive into that multiplayer before everybody leaves the community for Ghost of Tsushima. The rewards are really awesome. See some people playing Fist. It's really nice, man. It's really nice when I see people playing all these different types of exclusives and shit. Really dope. Let me make sure my phone is charged up. Might not be. Okay.
I think they're scared of them. Honestly, I think so. I think they're scared of them now.
You think they scared of them?
I think at this point Microsoft might be scared of them because that purchase really did nothing. The Bethesda purchase, it really had no effect on Sony. They don't give a fuck. They just went to know Elder Scrolls, and now Elder Scrolls is confirmed to not come to PlayStation, I believe, yesterday or the other day. Like, now it's like, okay, it's not coming. Oh well. They don't give a fuck. That's the thing that I think was probably scaring them. Like, wait a minute.
It's like it's not stopping. It's not
like
stopping.
there's no phase in them.
Yeah.
I think they're probably
I think Kid Smooth, when he said PlayStation doesn't know how to lose, I think that's what he meant by that. It's like yeah, we did. We expected Microsoft to do a massive dent in terms of making sure that they didn't have a game, but it didn't matter because it's business as usual over there. They're gonna make something happen for their fans.
Yeah.
Fucking.
I don't know. When I said it's the one versus all tactic, it seems to be that thing. One Sony announcement is keep on killing all of this shit.
Oh,
You had a whole showcase. Sony had 47 minutes, and they didn't really do nothing until the last 14. So 14 minutes versus your whole showcase, and they murdered your shit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's awesome. I mean, and the thing is, I think the chess game is, even if it wasn't shown off at that event, we were gonna be looking at a situation where these games have a bigger a gap than in a sales gap. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see. I gotta see if I can do something. Domestic violence. It's really nice to. There we go. I want to see more about this Uncharted thing because I want to know if the people that already supported it and have it paid for the game or downloaded it through PlayStation Plus.
Wait a minute.
We have any incentive to buy
It's
it?
PS5 only, right?
That's
PS5
what they're
and
saying.
PC only, right?
They said, yep, PS5, PC only. That's what they're saying.
Because I was matter of fact, ignore that. Because why would it come on PS4 if it's already on PS4?
It's already
Never
on
mind.
PS4.
With it. I thought they would just do the collection, like put them together. But then again, they on sale, so it's pretty cheap.
Yeah, so I mean, that's what they're doing. They're putting 4 and Lost Legacy together, calling it a remaster. But the trailer, I watched about 3 times. I didn't catch anything different. You know?
Because that should show you something. That should tell you how good the games actually were. I think it would just be the frame. I think it's the frame rate.
And see, what you just said is what a lot of people are saying. You could have gave us that frame rate patch for free. We know you could. We know you could. That's the one people was waiting for last, and I think that's why a couple of PlayStation fans were a little upset. Is because the one frames per second patch we were waiting for was Uncharted and Bloodborne, and we know you can give it to us.
It was Horizon, Uncharted, and Bloodborne. Horizon
we already got Horizon. So now people's focus was on Uncharted and Bloodborne. I don't know what the fuck all this shit is. Trying to transfer some shit over. Let me see. Player. So yeah, we got references to Silent Hill. What's the name and more? I don't know. Yeah, I think that they're gonna have a PlayStation experience and they gonna go crazy. That's what I think. They gonna have a PlayStation experience and they gonna go crazy. I don't know a polite way to say this. I hope nobody gets pissed off. I do believe that Forza Horizon 5 will do damage, specifically because we don't have an arcade racer. We have a simulator racer, and that's coming out next year in the form of Gran Turismo 7. But we do not have a fun open world arcade racer. Obviously, if you want that type of experience, you have to go to Xbox, right? This is what me and True Woody have been talking about for a good amount of months now. PlayStation probably was one of the dumbest things they ever did was to close down the studio that made MotorStorm Drive Club, and that was stupid of them. So we will see if anything happens with that, but they might want to retaliate in the form of announcements of something coming back. We will see during the PlayStation experience, which I really, really believe is going to happen. Halo is no threat they have Call of Duty to go up against that. So that's pretty much it. I don't think that there's anything else PlayStation is lacking except for Arcade Racer. And I'm not gonna shy away to admit that that they're lacking in that department.
Even the first person shooters?
You say what?
First person shooters?
I mean, I feel like when it comes to that, I feel like they're not lacking because they have so many different IPs. Now, one second. I just want to change my USB. Just one. Let me make sure this shit is right. I'm up here trying to transfer some motherfucking files, and they don't want me to transfer them motherfuckers. Come on, you stupid ass computer. I know you can do multiple things at once.
What are you like that?
Twisted Metal would be nice. I heard some rumors right before the PS5 showcase that Twisted Metal might be coming back. So we'll see. I was hearing a lot of rumors that that game might be coming back. I don't know what that dumbass shit is. That shit never fucking fails. I can't transfer my files if my USB port is in the wrong USB port, and I have no idea why that happens. Fucking computers are so fucking weird, I swear. The weirdest things in the world. Computers always giving you problems when all you just want to do some fucking simple ass shit. Oh boy. Ash and Luca got a fucking spaces. She said, what is it? Sexy female characters in games. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to listen to that one. That one sounds crazy. As of 3 minutes ago, Sony Ben is hiring like a motherfucker. Art director, lead FX artist, lead environment artist, senior environment artist, lead lighting artist, senior texture artist, senior technical artist, procedural assets, senior technical artist, lighting, supervisor character and props art, senior UI artist, senior FX artist, senior staff technical shader artist, senior staff animator gameplay, senior staff game designer, producer, senior gameplay programmer, senior network programmer, senior engine programmer, senior graphics programmer, senior tools programmer, human resources, sourcing coordinator. September 2021. Wow. That's a big, that confirms something's happening. That's definitely something happening. What would you say about that? That's big.
What are you asking me?
Yeah, bro. All of those job listings they got.
Ben Studio?
Yeah.
Not surprised because when they say they're making a new IP, I believe they are making a new IP. Like, for example, the way I told you that every tweet in Days Gone, I guarantee you, Sony greenlit them to make another Days Gone. We just don't know. Because honestly, when they said about it, they said at the moment, Sony turned down the sequel because, you know, Naughty Dog was doing this shit. It's all dependent on them. Because honestly, me, I think they're going to make another Days Gone, just not right now. But when he said art director, did he say level design?
Let me see. I don't think I don't think they said anything about level design. Nope.
That'll probably be a new IP then. Because once you say level design, that means you polish in what you already have. Usually, those are usually contracted devs that don't stay with the company. They just here for a certain period. Art director, however, is for something new or adding something new. Like, say, you see how Days Gone ended on the cliffhanger too? They can introduce more characters into it. Because at the end of the game, when they're all celebrating, you see people that you never saw. You're like, where the fuck they came from? So, yeah, probably a new IP or probably for Days Gone. You know. They have a lot of people at the studio now, like 130. I don't think nothing of it. Besides, they going to start making more games at a time. That's what I think Sony gonna do. Instead of buying more studios, they're gonna buy studios here and there, yes. But then they're gonna just hire all the fucking devs and start packing these studios. That way, the studios can make more than one game at a time.
Damn, I don't know what the fuck that was. I'm up here. I was trying to transfer these pictures. Sorry, these videos, and my motherfucker shit did not want to load up. Damn, man, I don't know. I swear I be hating fucking computers, man. Like, you want to do one thing and that shit takes forever. Like, the one thing you want to do is be slowing up on it. It's like, even if I was spend thousands of dollars on a computer, something would go wrong. That's fucking sad.
What the fuck is up with Wikipedia, man?
Oh no, what's going on with Wikipedia?
Yo, everybody keeps saying it has no search results found it. This man, Mads Gaming, said Xbox Studios unproven. Really? Xbox has 23 studios. The initiative, compulsion are unproved. Sure, but let's not forget about they have the Coalition, Turn 10, Playground, Obsidian Ninja Theory, Double Fine, and Bethesda, and more that has a long history are proven. Interesting. Let me break down that post. The Coalition and Playground games, Obsidian Ninja Theory are the only ones that's really proven. Bethesda, yes. But in the last couple of years, what has Bethesda proven other than games as a service games go a long way? That's all they've proven. Doom got rated high, but nobody bought the shit.
What is character FXTD?
Oh,
Naughty Dog is looking for that.
What you say?
Naughty Dog is looking for character FXTD. Don't know what that is. I have no idea.
There's a technical director.
Oh, okay.
Usually they do for shit like, is it Naughty Dog shit?
Yeah, this is Naughty Dog. This is Naughty Dog.
Oh, the physics for physics, real life hair and shit like that.
Oh, okay, that makes
Let me
sense.
see. Let me look it up. Yeah, see, I just looked it up. Physics, cloth hair, muscle set. Yeah, damn. See, this I know I've been in gaming too long,
bro.
Like that.
Guys, I'll talk to y'all later because I was trying to transfer a file and I don't know if it's this being open or whatever, but I gotta get to work anyway. Really hate when I can't fucking transfer shit. I have no idea what the fuck is going on.